So is the Panasonic EVA1 worth it in 2020? Well, let's find out.
I got an ache inside of me. It's a deep hole where I bleed. Oh, can I seal it? You're like an ocean without land, not a single grain of sand. I'm drifting on it. So cold yet warm when you hold me, when you're close. I know I'm a lost case, I'm a mess. But everything feels a little bit lighter with you. Something's letting me heal. You're making it brighter right through the gray.
What's up guys, my name is Mario. So hopefully you guys like the B-roll that I just showed you guys. That was the before and after, just to show you guys the dynamic range, the colors, the quality, basically for you guys to get an idea of what the EVA1 can produce. So let's just dive into this camera. Let's talk about the good, the bad, show you guys some results as well that I've captured over the past year with this camera, and find out if it's worth it in 2020. So let's get on with it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the image quality on the EVA1. So the one thing that I love about the EVA1 is, first of all, just the look that it gives you. I know 4K looks amazing, but there's something about the EVA1, kind of like if you guys know about the RE. You know how the RE has that type of look that everybody wants to buy? I think it's the same for the EVA1. It's hard to explain. You guys need to get a file of it. Hopefully the files that I'm showing you guys are able to witness what it can produce. The colors that you can get out of this camera, first of all, the colors are so accurate. Reds, blues, they all look 100% accurate, unless of course you decide to grade them and change them differently. But just right out the camera, it looks amazing. It has 10 bits, so you're able to push the camera. It has 5.7K, but it's downsampled to 4K, so that's maybe why it looks so good compared to other 4K cameras, such as the S1H. If you compare that to the EVA1, then from there you'll kind of notice the biggest difference, which is just the look. It's not so much of the quality, it's more of the look. So that's one thing that the EVA1 has, I think, over any. So if you're looking to upgrade from any mirrorless, I would definitely say the EVA1 has a big upside when it comes to the look and quality that it produces. So in terms of image quality, I would definitely say the EVA1 is great, and for the next 5 to 10 years it's definitely going to be able to keep up, because again, one thing I also forgot to mention is you can crop in 4 times, so you can go 300, 400%, and you're not going to see any quality loss. So the fact that you can do that on 4K, I mean, you don't need 6K, you don't need 8K. It's definitely going to allow you to just crop in and just mess around with the colors and get the best out of this camera. One thing that I also forgot to mention is the dynamic range out of this camera. You're able to blow out the highlights. Let's just say you're trying to expose for the foreground, and you're able to bring down the highlights and achieve both of them. Obviously, you're never going to get 100% the best of both worlds, but you are going to be able to bring down the highlight and try to get the most that you can out of it. So the next topic we're going to talk about is the file sizes. So the file sizes are not big on the EVA1. On a 128GB card, you're able to get up to 40 minutes of recording time, and you're able to add 2 SD card slots. So if you're not gonna dual record on both, then you're gonna have double that. If not, you only get up to 40 minutes, but that is with 4K 10-bit 422. I think at 400 megabytes per second. But if you go to 4K 60, then you obviously get more runtime. But just know, I shoot a lot of weddings, commercials, music videos, and for the most part, normally 3 SD cards last me the whole shoot, whether that's 10 hours, 12 hours. It's not like I'm shooting non-stop. I'm only shooting for what I need. So, you know, 3 SD cards, they're not expensive, opposed to like let's just say its competitor, which is a C200. That one comes with CF Express cards. Those cost a lot more, so you save more when you go with the EVA1, as the EVA1 has SD cards compared to CF. So just know that the file size are amazing. They're not gonna hold you back, of course, as well on the editing side. 4K files are not huge, but they hold so much data and information in the files. So just know you're gonna get basically raw within the EVA1, but it's 10-bit. So it's kind of hard to explain, but hopefully with the video files that I'm providing to you guys are able to see how much you can push the camera, and that's where I come to say there's no need for raw. 10-bit to me is more than enough to handle what I need for the video parts that I'm producing. The next thing we're gonna talk about is the variable frame rate from the EVA1. So you get up to 4K 60. That's the most you get in 4K. Then you're gonna drop down to 2.8K, and then from there it starts dropping down to 1080 as the higher frame rate that you decide to go. The slower, the less quality you're gonna get. But what I love about the variable frame rates is when you go up to 120 frames per second, the quality still looks amazing. You can scale it up to fit a 4K file because obviously it's already lower at 2.8K, and it looks amazing. It matches it perfectly. You're not gonna tell a difference in terms of quality loss. I haven't gone further than 120 because for the most part, that's really the most that I've been needing out of a camera. And then again, the data that it holds within these file sizes, the information packed in, you just can't tell the difference whether you're zooming, scaling in, and whatnot. The next thing you guys should know is the EVA1 is very light, so you're able to add it onto gimbals, so you save a lot of money. So you don't have to get the Movi or the Ronin 2, which the prices on those are like 6,500 or so. You're able to use the EVA1 on the Ronin S, on the Ronin M, the Ronin MX as I'm using right now. So I've used it on the Ronin M and Ronin MX, but I've seen people use it on the Ronin S and the Zhiyun Crane 3, which I also use it on. So you're able to use it on those. You're not gonna break your budget by having to go on another level when it comes to these gimbals. So that's the good thing about this camera, it's very light. The next thing we're gonna talk about is the battery life on the Panasonic EVA1. So the standard battery that the EVA1 comes with, it lasts about 3 hours, but the bigger batteries that I have, which are not expensive, I got the third-party version, those last about 5 to 6 hours per battery. So with 2 batteries, you're able to run a whole 10-hour shoot day. Opposed to these mirrorless and DSLRs, you know, you have to bring about 5 or so to be able to stand the same amount. So with that said, you don't have to bring a beam mount to mount it onto the EVA1. Those 2 batteries does the job, and it allows me to just work throughout the whole day. Now, my favorite thing about this cinema camera, so those of you that want to step up and you guys are deciding whether the EVA1 is right for you, or you guys are looking to the S1H and other cameras, of course, just know the beautiful part about this cinema camera is the internal NDs. You guys, trust me, this is like the biggest factor in the cinema camera, how much time that thing saves you. So you don't have to worry about screwing in different step-up rings to your lenses, bringing ND filters. That's annoying. It's a pain in the butt. I hate it. So for me personally, the internal, just by clicking a button and it's just allowing you to get stops in, is just clutch to me. The next thing I want to talk about is the native ISO that the EVA1 has. So it has native ISO of 800 and 2500. Those are the 2 base, but for me, based on using it over the past year, I feel like the 800 is the best to use. I can use 2500, but the one thing that I kind of figured to go around the EVA1 is if you go to 2500 ISO or higher, and you want to, you know, erase the noise, because it does get pretty much a good amount of grain within your video, and you don't want that. It has an option built inside. It's like a denoiser, and that's a really underrated setting that it has within a camera that I have yet to see a camera that has that. Like, you're able to push the camera now to like ISO 10,000, which I have, and then you use that denoiser built inside, and it eliminates all grain. So if you have to push this camera in low light, you have that option. It is going to smoothen your image down, but of course in post you can just boost the sharpness a little bit to get the image sharp again. Now let's get on with the things that I hate about this camera. So the things that I hate about this camera is going to be very minor, but the one thing that I hate so much within this camera is it shoots 5.7K ProRes RAW, but it's external. Now, I don't even shoot RAW to begin with, or I wouldn't shoot, but it would be nice to have that option. You never know. Sometimes when you're dealing with high budget jobs, sometimes they may ask for that or they want that. So it sucks that it's not internal. You have to bring the Automos, which I have, but again, I wish everything was internal. And the last thing, which, yeah, it's that simple. I really don't hate too much about this camera, but the last thing that I hate about this camera is the autofocus. It does not have autofocus, opposed to its competitor, which is the Canon C200 does. I don't use autofocus at all, but there is times where I've been in situations where I want to do like a push-in shot, and if you don't have the budget to hire a focus puller, then that's where the autofocus will come in clutch for me. There is times where I wish I had autofocus. Again, I don't shoot in it, just those little scenarios where I wish I had it, but it's not a deal breaker. But for a lot of you guys that are looking for autofocus, if you guys don't have the right team, or sometimes you need the focus puller, you're either gonna have to have the budget for that, or that's where it's gonna kind of like hurt you, because you can't really do those push-in shots that you would like to have. So now the question to this video, is the camera worth it? Is the camera worth buying in 2020? I will tell you guys, yes, hell yes. This camera is amazing. The quality that it produces, again, you guys have watched all these clips that I've provided over this whole video. There's just nothing like it. Like, there's a lot of cameras out there, you know, but it's just the EVA1. The image that it produces is hard to explain. Hopefully you guys are seeing it for yourself. I know YouTube tends to compress the video file size, so you guys are not gonna get the best what the image can provide. But again, 4K, it's downsampled from 5.7K, so you're getting an outstanding image. It's not gonna break your bank. At the end of the day, you want a camera that's gonna allow you to do what you do. It's gonna allow you to just, you know, jump your quality, just get to the next level, but it's not gonna hold you back from editing time and whatnot. Every time you look into a camera, as for me, I look for a camera that's gonna, you know, just make my images better, which this camera did, from having 4K 10-bit internal, 60 frames and whatnot. The S1H now has it. Obviously that camera came out a year after I bought the EVA1. If the S1H came out at that moment, would I get the EVA1? I would still say yes, because the image that the EVA1 produces is just something I can't explain. You guys have to use it for you guys to see for yourselves and test it between the S1H and the EVA1. This is not a comparison, I already did that, but just know that the EVA1 is definitely worth it. If you guys want to crop in, scale in, do all that. It has a lot of data, information packed within each video clip that the EVA1 produces. So I would definitely recommend it. So if you guys are looking into upgrading to a cinema camera from like a C200, EVA1, and all these cameras are within the same price range, I think the EVA1 is the best bang for your buck from where it produces. So again, just know that. Hopefully this video can help you guys in any way. If you guys have any further questions, just drop them below, because I always tend to forget things that can be key that you guys might want to ask. Like this video, because that always helps the channel, and subscribe if you guys are new here. Once again, my name is Mario, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.